So I went.
It's 6 a.m. on Saturday. I'm fucking tired.
So I traveled for 5 hours up to Stockholm to join as a judge and a player in the first Beyblade tournament in Sweden. The Swedish Beyblade community is a community that I started and grew with the help of members from it. Eventually, we were big enough to have our first tournament, which me, along with 3 other guys, have done. And so, I, being very excited and a bit nervous, went to Stockholm for the first time to play and judge in this tournament, while also meeting the other people from the server for the first time. Also, if you want to join the community and play in future tournaments, the Discord server link is in the description. So my plan for this tournament was pretty simple. Get as far as you can while not using Shark Scale and Wizard Rod in your deck. If you are new to X or just Beyblade as a whole, these are the best base that you can have in your deck at the moment. Shark Scale is a heavy upper attacker with good stamina, and Wizard Rod is a very round stamina blade that can outspin most base that are out right now, while also being one of the best defense types in the game. Another goal that I had was to use Fox Brush. This is my favorite bay of all time, with its Ninetales inspired design, which I am a very big fan of. Unfortunately, this bay is not that good. But through testing, I was able to find a decent combo that should still do pretty well in the tourney. And the combo was Fox Brush Heavy 360 key. This bay aims to survive and outspin attackers, but it does struggle against defense and stamina bays. The other 2 bays that I used were Meteor Dragoon 760 level, which aims to spin steal and spin just a bit longer to win on most cases, while also being quite aggressive in the early game. And Phoenix Wing 150 Rush, which is a good attacker while lacking stamina. I've considered Clock Mirage 755 Low Orb and also Delta Unicorn, but I did not want to risk on the burstiness of Clock Mirage, and I already had Heavy on Fox, which is the best assist blade in the game. And before I show my matches, I had one final plan for the tourney, and it was to order and use a special deck box, which you will see the unboxing for now.
Here it is. Let's see what I got here, guys. Let's see. Oi, oi, oi. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Look at this, bro. Yeah, that's good. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, so here we have a, I think 3D printed deck box for the tourney. So here we have the base. It opens like this, very fancy. And here we got the base, so let's put them, and of course Fox Brush in the middle. It has some magnets and stuff. Okay, there we go. It's a bit raw, but it's 3D printed. It looks so good. It looks very nice. I'm very happy with this. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I love it.
And now I will show you my first matches in the tourney. If I had them! Long story, but basically iPhone video transferring sucks, and iPhone sucks, so I lost them. I went 3-1, and that one loss was to a kid that goes by Humanstish on the server who destroyed me with an extreme and a burst or overfinish, I do not remember by what 2 points. So well played to him, but now I will show you the rest of the tourney.
Humanstish and Utah. You guys can play over here. And then we have Arcade Rise and Swanky here. And then we have Matteo and Neocells, which is later. And then you and Craggy Fans play there as well.
Alright, so we played a few matches. It's going pretty good for me, as you can see back, in the video. I've lost very bad to in one match, but I think I won all the other ones if I remember correctly. Anyway, this is very, very fun. Now we're taking a break. We have Mike here. He's also doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's going good.
Alright, so now I need to eat because I haven't eaten at all today. So let's see how it goes after this.
Alright, so we have some live commentary. This is the first time I'm doing this, so let's see how it goes. Hopefully you like the overlay. As you can see, I'm on the right and the opponent is on the left. And we're gonna start here with Meteor Dragoon. This is going to be my choice for most of the tournament as it is pretty safe. We see my opponent starts with a Wizard Rod. And I did mess up my launch. I was aiming for Meteor to start in the right corner and then go to the left corner before starting to attack. Although I am pretty consistent with my launches, the arenas in the tournament were actually at a lower height than what I'm used to, which did mess up with my launches quite a lot. And unfortunately, I do concede the first point since my Meteor wasn't able to spin still. And now we go in with Phoenix Wing. And I was aiming for a reverse, but as you can see, that did not happen. And oh no, I get extreme finish. So this is quite a rough start. I think this was going up to 2 sets, each set being 5 points, so the first person to 2 sets would win. So now I do go with my ace against an Impact Drake. And if I do survive it, it should be able to outspin it pretty easy. So let's see how it goes. It's pretty aggressive. And here I noticed that my launches were actually quite weak. Foxbrush should be able to easily outspin an Impact Drake, but it is quite close as you can see here. And let's see. He actually outspins me. So that is the first set. And that is quite an unfortunate way to start this match. I think that, the Meteor against Wizard Rod should have been a pretty easy win, since Wizard was on 3-ball. And Foxbrush should have been able to also win against Impact Drake, since he didn't get over or twin finished, so he should be able to just outspin it very easy. Those are 2 points that I just kind of lost because I don't know, skill issue, I guess. But as I mentioned before, I also felt like my launches were very, very weak. And not only did I use a string launcher, which is just overall weaker than the winder launcher, I was also very tired. Let's just say that I had a very busy week, even before this day where I woke up at 6 in the morning and traveled for 5 hours. But anyway, as you can see, I tried to start with Phoenix Wing to see if I can get a couple of points. Unfortunately, it was against the Wizard Rod, so I lost to a spin finish, so 1 point to Trakoa. And by the way, Trakoa is one of the people that actually helped organize this tournament, so huge shout out to him. And this battle went quite fast, but I messed up my launch yet again. However, I got extremely lucky and got an extreme finish with Meteor Dragoon, so that is 3 points to me. And now it's a rematch between my ace and his Impact Drake. So I'm aiming for a reverse X-dash to be able to dodge his early attacks and then outspin, but yeah. So now we reorder the base and I start with Meteor Dragoon because I want just some safe points. And I get matched against Wizard Rod again. So he got matched against Wizard Rod twice and Impact Drake against Foxbrush twice, which both are matchups heavily favored towards me. I want you to remember that. But as you can see, it looks like it goes pretty well, and I should get the point. And then the base just straight up don't hit each other at all. So Meteor Dragoon is just not able to spin still. So yeah, this actually leads to me losing the entire match. But yeah, well played to Trakoa anyway. You know, he was able to win with 2 sets to 0. And let's see how the next match goes. So during this tournament, we will play rock, paper, scissors to choose the side at the start of the match. And I did win this one, so I chose the X side, which is the one that I played for the entire tournament, and also the one that I usually play when I'm at home. So then we choose the order, and I go with the Meteor Dragoon, Phoenix Wing, and Fox Brush, which was my order for most of the tournament. And the opponent that I had quite interesting combos, as you will see during this match. Alright, so as you can see, he has Dran Dagger on, I think, 480 Cyclone, which is, you know, a combo you don't see every day. So yeah, quite an aggressive combo. I get an alright launch in the middle of the stadium, we hit each other a bit, and yeah, I get lucky. I get 2 points for that. And let's say that my guy does not cease to surprise me with this Cobalt Dragoon combo on 570 wedge, I think. Let's just say that I have also noticed that I messed up basically all my launches so far in this video, and which is a bit crazy considering the fact that I can get them with like a 90 to 95% accuracy when I'm back at home. But anyway, the combo does work for him. In fact, he gets a spin finish, so that is 1 point to him. And when I thought I seen it all, my man flashbangs me with a Dark Perseus on 270 rush combo. Bro was low-key cooking actually. But anyway, we get into a CX battle, which is quite rare to see actually, since most people don't use CX. There's some heavy hits, and Fox Rush loses a lot of stamina because he gets destabilized. Luckily in the end, I just barely outspin him, which was actually too close for comfort, but that is 1 point to me. On the reshuffle, I go with the safe choice, Meteor Dragoon, and he chooses Dark Perseus yet again. I think this should be a pretty easy matchup for me, unless he over or extreme finishes me. But yeah, they don't hit each other too hard during this battle, as you can see. But then I just slowly wear him down, and I do end up winning the point here. And then I do have Fox Brush as my second bait this time, and I battle against Cobalt Dragoon. There's actually quite a few hard hits between the base. Cobalt Dragoon gets destabilized. But it is still pretty close since the bases are equalizing. I do, however, end up winning, and I win the first set. In this tournament, we have also made it so that the loser of the set chooses side. He decides to choose the X side, which leads to me playing on the B side for the first time in the tournament. In this reshuffle, I actually choose to start with Phoenix Wing, which is like one of the first times I did that today, and he chooses Cobalt. So I do a drop launch that ends a bit too early, but the Phoenix Wing goes around the arena a little bit, and it ends up being a very clean extreme finish. And yeah, so that was 3 points for me. Then I go to my trusty Meteor Dragoon against his Dran Dagger, and let's ignore that. I tried to do like a reverse X, I guess you can call it, and Meteor misses the first extreme dash, but the second one ends up connecting, and I get the 2 points from the over finish. So that is the match to me. Well played to my opponent. He had very fun combos, I can say. So let's go into the next match. And in this match we are playing against Swanky, who is actually a friend of my previous opponent. So I start with my Mirror Dragoon against a stock combo Golem Rock. Although this is a pretty good matchup, he gets a very good snipe, which just basically sends me in the pocket, so that is 2 points to him. And now I have my Phoenix against a Wizard Rod 680 Needle. So of course I hope that my Phoenix goes for like a hard attack. With Wizard Rod being a Needle, it should be maybe a bit easier to knock around, at least compared to Hexa. But unfortunately my Phoenix does get destabilized, which leads to it just losing. So now the score is 3-0. This is a bit of a rough start for me. And now it's time for my ace against Run Buster stock combo. So this should be a pretty easy matchup for me, unless I get pocketed or extreme. I should be able to win by a spin finish. There's some heavy hits at the start, but nothing sending me in the pocket. And I do end up winning this one, so we are on the board right now. Alright, so for the reshuffle I go with Fox Brush. Unfortunately I get matched against Wizard Rod, which is the worst matchup from our decks, so my strategy is just to rip it as hard as possible. Fortunately I get very good positioning, and it ends up going in my favor because I get an extreme finish. So now I'm only 1 point away from getting the set. And luckily, with only needing 1 point, I go for my Meteor Dragoon against Golem Rock, so this is a rematch. And I get a very good launch in the corner down to the left. Unless I get pocketed or extreme finish, it should be like a free win for me. And Golem Rock gets bullied, and I get the point, so the first set goes to me. Quite a comeback. And now I go back to my trusty Meteor Dragoon, and I get matched against Wizard Rod, which is a very good matchup for me, especially on Needle. But the match goes very fast, so I don't even have to spin steal because I get a burst, so that is 2 points for me. And then I go with my Phoenix Wing against Golem Rock. And this is a pretty good matchup for Golem Rock. Unless he gets bursted, it can tank quite a lot. So let's see what happens. Despite being hit a few times pretty hard, I do end up going down, so that is 1 point for Swanky. And then we have a rematch between my ace and Drun Buster, and this is a pretty easy matchup for me, I would say, unless I get knocked in the pocket or extreme pocket. And I do survive the hits, so that is yet another point to me. And back to my Meteor Dragoon against Golem Rock, and you know, again, if I don't get hit in the pocket, it should be a pretty easy point for me. I get a decent launch. Meteor Dragoon hits Golem Rock pretty hard, with no big counter attacks from Golem Rock, which is pretty good for me, of course. And I do end up getting the spin finish, so I am only 1 point away from winning everything. So now my ace against Wizard Rod. Again, this is not that good of a matchup for me, so let's see how it goes. Unfortunately my launch wasn't that good, and I get deflected into the pocket, so that is 2 points for Swanky. Now the score is pretty close. And here we have Phoenix Wing against Grandbuster, and I was a bit nervous, as you can see, since Phoenix Wing hasn't done too well during this tournament. I get a okay launch, and then I get hit in the pocket, and this is the set for Swanky. As you can see, a comeback is pretty easy to do in Beyblade, since you only need to get a few over finishes, and that is the set. So now we go into the last set of this match. I wanted to start with Phoenix Wing this time just to not be predictable. I do end up getting matched into Wizard Road, which is not that good of a matchup. Phoenix Wing doesn't really do any hard hits, and I do end up losing to a spin finish. Then I do have my ace against Golden Rock. This will basically only work if I hit Golden Rock really hard or hit it in the pocket. Otherwise, I don't think I'm able to win this. And Fox Brush kind of just goes around without really hitting in that hard. So I lose a lot of stamina and I end up losing. So now it's 2-0. I'm saying, man, Golden Rock is quite underrated. So now I go to my Meteor Dragoon against a Drowned Buster, and this should be very easy for me. So let's see what is going on. And nothing special happens this match. I get 1 point. And then we have the reshuffling. Can you guess who I'm picking? Can you guess? Did you guess right? Yeah, it's Meteor Dragoon, of course. So this is a rematch, and this should be another easy point for me, unless something goes terribly wrong. So let's see. And yeah, maybe I baited you a bit there, but nothing actually went wrong there. It was, however, a bit too close. But anyway, now I go on to my trusty, or rather not, Phoenix Wing. And let's just see what happens. And I win the whole match. What an anticlimactic way to win the battle. But yeah, a win is a win. But yeah, good job to Swanky. Despite playing on mostly stock combos, he did do pretty well. And now I play against my next opponent with Meteor Dragoon, of course, against Cobalt Dragoon. And I do get a very lucky Extreme Dash. The matchup between Meteor and Cobalt tends to be Cobalt sided, as Meteor has less stamina. So there is 3 points for me. Now this opponent is actually not Swedish. He's from the Philippines and he has played in many tournaments before. So this was my hardest matchup yet. And we have a mirror matchup of Phoenix Wing, although he does play on 360, which I also should have done. 150 was not the move. So I do have less stamina than him. I do, however, get lucky and destabilize him, leading to him losing a lot of stamina, and that is another point for me. One thing to mention was that at this point we were actually playing up until 7 points, so 2 sets up to 7. First to 2 sets wins it again. And now I went into my Fox Brush against the Wizard Road on 160 Hexa, which is a, terrible matchup. So let's see what happens. Also, I accidentally hit my camera and the arena is not centered for the rest of the match. Sorry about that. And yeah, I didn't have much of a chance. That is 1 point to him. So now the reshuffle, we have yet another Phoenix Wing mirror matchup. Let's see if I get as lucky as I got the first time. I get a decent launch, however the bait does drop a bit too early. He gets some hard hits on me, I do get some hard hits back, and I do get a very good extreme hit, but it doesn't actually send him into the pocket, so that is 1 point to him. And now we have Meteor Dragoon against Wizard Rock 160 Hexa. And I get a beautiful launch, what I was aiming for, to stall in the corner, but Wizard decides to become an attack type and sends my bay out of the arena through the top. And in this tournament we have decided that being sent through the top of the arena counts as an extreme finish. So right there I just lost 3 points. And then I have my ace against Cobalt, and yeah, no, I just lost. Nothing much to say. I lost 5 points in 2 rounds. That is Beyblade. So that is the first set. And in this new set, I started with Phoenix Wing just to be a bit unpredictable. And I do not know if my guy was reading me like an open book on a beach on a relatively cool and quiet summer day under the umbrella with the sound of the waves in the background. But he played his Phoenix into mine yet again. And you can predict how that went. One point to him. It doesn't get any better this match, as I have my Fox Watch against Wizard Road, which is a very bad matchup, as I said previously. My only strategy here is really just to rip it as hard as possible. I do get a reverse X-Dash, but it gets cancelled by Wizard Road, and I don't really think that would have helped anyway. Maybe the best strategy would just to do like a flat launch against it. But it does end up being another point for him. And then the last matchup is also Meteor against Cobalt, which is also a pretty bad matchup for me. This reshuffle has been me being completely countered, with the only relatively even matchup being Phoenix Wing, but I still was at disadvantage as I said before. So again, open book, cool quiet summer, umbrella waves, etc. On the reshuffle, this time I tried to go back to my Meteor Dragoon, and what a surprise, I get matchup against Cobalt Dragoon. So yet again, a very good matchup for me, as you know. But yeah, no, this is not that good. Unless I'm able to knock the Bay in the pocket, I don't have a real chance of winning by stamina. So yeah. I do not end up getting the point. It's 4-0 now. And then we have my Phoenix against Wizard Road, which is the first time we have this battle. And although this matchup is not that great, it is still better than the other ones. I do still have a chance at getting, some points if I knock the Bay into the pocket. If Phoenix ever did that during this tournament, which it didn't, and it still didn't do that now, talking about a good attack Bay. And now we have my Fox Brush against Phoenix Wing, which is one of the best matchup I have with these decks, as my Phoenix should always be able to outspin Phoenix unless he gets very destabilized, which tends to not happen since I have Kick. And we can see how this battle goes. The Bay kind of just go around each other, and both bays lose quite a lot of stamina. My Bay does start to wobble a bit. And it is very close, but I do get the point. And then I have my Meteor Dragoon against Wizard Road. And this matchup is a bit iffy, if I could say so, because Meteor cannot spin Wizard Road. It has happened a bunch of times when I practiced. However, with level, it is not very consistent, so it doesn't happen all the time. But let's see how this match goes. Meteor does spin still quite a lot, so this will be very close, and I want you to look at this. I will even slow it down, and it's very close actually. Even slowed down, it is quite hard to tell who won. We decided to stop the video to look at it to see who actually won the battle. This does get called in his favor, so he gets the point for that. And regardless of what would have happened here, even if I would have won, I do not think that would have changed the outcome of this entire match. But anyway, he's at 6 points and only needs one more to win the entire match. I choose my Phoenix. Basically, this is a Hail Mary play to just sweep it as hard as possible and see if I'm able to do something. I could have a chance to burst the Cobalt, but yeah, unfortunately that does not happen. So this is where my run ends. Well played to my opponent, he played really well. You can definitely see that he has played on tournaments before, so good job to him. And these were my standings for at least the later half of the tournament. And now for the rest of the video, I will show you what happens later after my run ends. But I won't be filming the entire matches as I didn't have enough space on my phone. Thank you, iPhone, by the way. A huge shout out to you. No, but seriously, why is a third of my storage iOS and system data? Like, I know that you need to update your phone and you have the newest iOS and shit, and that does take some space, but a literal third of my fucking storage, that is insane. Yeah, I fucking hate iPhone. Anyway, back to the video.
We'll do Dracula and Vince in the meantime.
Alright. Yes. Alright. Blaze ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go shoot! And now minus 1 million points. Alright, okay. Blaze ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go shoot! Alright. And then we got a spin finish. Alright. Ooh. Alright, shark mirror. Okay, Blaze ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Blaze ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Damn. And I think this is GG.
Yeah.
Yep, well played, well played.
Alright.
Okay, and here we got the battle for the third place, and you know the winner is gonna go into the grand finals against Mr. Mike over there. All right. All right. Players ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Ooh. Okay. Blaze ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Crazy. Ooh, crazy! And that is the first set. Alright. Okay. Blaze ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Alright. Got the finish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Oh, crazy reverse egg dash. What?
Okay.
Alright, players ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Another crazy reverse X.
Yes, lose all your spin.
Bro was passing out. Oh, and he's still dead. And yeah, alright.
Score is 5-4.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, players ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! That's an extreme. Yeah, that's yeah.
GG's.
Alright, so you got third place,
Amazing.
right?
Yes.
We have third place here.
Yes.
Well played. Congratulations, man. You played very well.
you.
And then you're going on to play in the finals.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
this
two
is gonna be
guys.
crazy.
All right. Here we have the last match, the grand finals. We're doing the same. It's first to 7, 2 sets. Right.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, we have a crazy change, last minute change
Yeah.
from the Neo Sebe. All right.
All right.
Players ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go shoot! The wild card.
Damn.
It's been finished.
That was so close.
Players ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go shoot! Alright, Bass Pegasus with a point. Spin finish. Okay, players ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! And an extreme. Players ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! And that is the first set.
Yes. A bit sida.
Sebastian got the first set. And we're changing the size now. Alright. Players ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go shoot! Ooh. Okay, players ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Whoa! Crazy! That's a crazy extreme. Who got that? That's yours, yes.
Damn. Jesus.
What a crazy! I caught this on camera in the grand finals as well. Okay, players ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Wait, what?
Nope.
So no
I'm a
contact.
lucky bastard.
Yeah, that was a bit lucky, but yeah, we're relaunching. All right, players ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! That was a great launch. And the sound sync. All right, and this went to the last set. This is literally the last set. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Yeah. Players ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Right, an extreme finish. Okay, Blade is ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Damn, that's an over finish. Hey, if this would be a comeback, this would be one of the greatest comebacks, man. Anything can happen. Let's see. Blade is ready. 3, 2, 1, go! That's an over finish. All right. Okay. Okay, we have a mirror.
This might be the end.
Let's see, let's see. You don't know. Okay, players ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah.
Is this it? Is this it? Let's see, guys.
Come on, touch it.
The slowest final match for the day. Alright. And this was it. Hey, well played. Hey, very fucking well. Okay, we have the winner. We have the second place. Hey, well played as well. You played so well.
Yeah.
Hey.
And this was the entire tournament. Huge thanks to everyone that joined. You guys were awesome, and especially thank you to Trakowa, Neo, Mike, and Arcade Rice. This would have never been possible without you guys, so genuinely thank you so much. As for my thoughts for the tournament, I absolutely loved it. It was one of the most fun things I've done, and it was definitely worth the 5 hours ride there and 5 hours ride back in the same day, by the way. I never thought I would be able to do something like this when I started with this community, and look where we've come. I am genuinely looking forward to doing more tournaments in the future. And this was my first Beyblade X tournament experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, could you perhaps subscribe? Well, until next time, see ya!